Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, Tesla's in the news, and it's a sad situation, as now it is the first automobile manufacturer to have the first ever fatality inside of an autonomous setup on a vehicle. Now, the Tesla in question was a Model S. It was in autopilot mode on May 7th of 2016. When the driver was not paying attention as well, a semi-tractor trailer pulled in front of the machine, and the vehicle could not distinguish between the background and the white of the trailer, nor did the driver notice that the tractor trailer had pulled out in front of him. The scene was pretty gruesome if you read the real excerpts of the accident itself. Pretty terrible incident. This is a situation that's going to happen, when it comes to autonomous vehicles. Even though the Tesla Model S in the autopilot mode is not meant to be used in this situation with you totally absent of the driving controls, they claim that most of the time you need to keep your hands firmly on the wheel and keep your eyes on the road, even though the vehicle is in autonomous mode. So this is a situation, as sad as this thing is, and our prayers go out to the family of this victim, but this is something that's going to happen a lot more in the future with autonomous vehicles. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody or do anything like this, because autonomous vehicles, I think, are really going to lower fatalities inside of automobiles. Because you think of all of us that is watching this program right now, and you watch my little kooky little videos, we're all car enthusiasts. We all take the act of driving fairly seriously, where a lot of folks out there, it's 4th or 5th or 6th on their to-do list when they're behind the wheel is actually operating the motor vehicle itself. Have heard some rumors as well that there could have been a DVD player, portable DVD player, so whether the occupant was actually watching a film or not remains to be seen as well. No word on whether there's going to be a lawsuit against Tesla. I'm assuming that's the reason behind this actually finally coming out. But sad situation, but autonomous vehicles will save a lot of lives moving into the future. Next up on the list, you may remember a couple episodes ago where we talked about these special edition Vipers, including the Snakeskin edition, the Voodoo 2 edition, the Commemoration edition, not to mention the 128 edition and the Dealer edition. Well, if you've been trying to get all your pennies in a row to try to get your hands on one of these machines, you're already too late, because it just took 2 days for every one of these vehicles to actually be sold out. In fact, there was one vehicle that it took less than 2 hours for that vehicle to actually sell out. Now, Vipers kind of got your back, because the green car, which was the Snakeskin edition, that was actually in GTS only form, was the only non-ACR version. They're going to build a Snakeskin edition ACR. Only 31 of them are being put up for offers, so you better get on your horse and get down there quick. It comes with the green paint scheme, not to mention the stripes across the top of the vehicle are in that snakeskin motif. So pretty cool little situation. It's sad that Viper has to go away, but seeing these 25th anniversary models sell in this kind of fashion kind of warms your heart a little bit, that there are some real motorheads out there that want these automobiles. Next up on the list, speaking of a vehicle that may warm your heart a tad bit, the brand new Porsche Panamera. Like it or love it, the new technology and the new body work and everything, this vehicle may have a little ace up its sleeve, because we've got some high-performance versions that are coming down the road, but there's a lot of outlets talking about this rumored hybrid edition of this vehicle that could have close to 700 brake horsepower, which is going to be bloody exciting, especially for the sheer fact the electric side of this vehicle is going to have massive amounts of torque, so acceleration is going to be pretty impressive. So I hope that these rumors are true, and I'm hoping that we hear about this very soon. Last up on the list, let's talk about this little automobile. The 1962 Ford Cobra. This is the CSX 2000. This was basically the first ACR chassis body that Carroll Shelby actually ever stuffed a small block V8 Ford engine inside of it. It's got a couple of cool little stories about it, one I'll share a little bit later. But this vehicle always remained with Carroll Shelby. He was the sole owner of this machine. It never got sold after it went through all its paces and its testing, not to mention all the media launches that it went through. In fact, that's one of the fun little stories about this vehicle. Apparently, Ford Motor Company and Carroll Shelby lied to the press, claiming that this vehicle was in full production, was being built as we speak, when literally there was only the one that was actually in existence. So every one of the media outlets, and every time they did a media deal on it and brought some folks in to take a drive in the automobile, they repainted the automobile to give the fake effect that there's tons of these vehicles in and about the Ford Motor Company and the Carroll Shelby Group. So it's a pretty interesting little story. This car has definitely got a huge amount, and it's going up for auction at RM Auctions in August of 2016, and I'm assuming it's going to go for a huge chunk of cash, being the first ever AC Cobra in existence. Like I said, the vehicle was always in Shelby's ownership. He owned it all the way up till the time he died, where it went over to his foundation. That's what this auction's actually going to be benefiting, where it's all the monies are going to be going to the Carroll Shelby organization, or his foundation. It's a pretty cool piece of kit. Going to be really interesting to see what kind of money this thing brings. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.